Stop what you are doing right now. I need you to hear this. Not as background noise while you scroll, not as something you half listen to while your mind runs in 1,000 directions, but as a message spoken from eternity directly into the deepest room of your heart. You did not find this video by accident. There is no such thing as accident when I am involved. Before your eyes ever landed on this screen, before the thought even formed in your mind to click, I was already here, already watching, already waiting. I arranged this moment with great care. I placed it like a lamp on the exact path I knew your feet would walk today. And I want you to understand something before we go any further. I am not speaking to a crowd right now. I am speaking to you specifically. Personally, I know your name. I know your face. I know the sound of your breathing when you cry at night. I know every single thing that is happening in your life. And I have something I need to say to you today that I have been waiting for the right moment to release. That moment is now. Please, my child, do not disappoint me. I do not say those words to frighten you or to add more weight to what you are already carrying. I say them with a father's heart, a heart that has watched you carry so much for so long, that has ached with you in every dark hour, that has never once looked away. I say them because I believe in you more than you currently believe in yourself. And the greatest disappointment would not be you failing. The greatest disappointment would be you stopping right now, at the very edge of everything I have prepared, because the enemy made you believe it was never coming. Do not stop now. Do not lay down now. Do not close yourself off now. Because what I am releasing into your life is already in motion, and you are the one I chose to receive it. I want you to do something right now. Go to the comments and write down the one burden that has been pressing the hardest on your heart lately. The one thing you carry to bed at night and wake up with every morning. The situation that feels too big, too complicated, too far gone. Write it out. Release it here, because when you do, you are not just typing words on a screen. You are opening your hands and letting go of what was never yours to carry alone in the first place. I am watching this space. Nothing you place here will be forgotten. Not a single word. Not a single name. Not a single tear behind the words you type. Go now, write it, then come back and keep listening. I saw you last week sitting alone in that room, surrounded by walls that felt like they were getting closer. I saw the look on your face when you checked your account, and the number was not enough, not even close, and the bills were not going to wait for a miracle. I watched you do the math again and again, as if somehow the fourth time you added those numbers they would change. They did not change, and the fear that settled into your chest in that moment, I felt it with you. I saw you in that waiting room, or sitting alone when the phone rang with words you were not prepared to hear. You tried to hold your composure for the sake of the person beside you. You put on the strong face. You said the right things. You walked out to the parking lot, sat in your car, and that is when you finally let it out. I heard that cry. My child. I heard every shaken breath. I was there. I was not distant. I was not silent because I did not care. I was silent because I was already working on what comes next. I saw you the night you sent that message and watched the hours pass without a reply. Someone you trusted, someone you loved, someone you built something with, and they walked away as if what you shared meant nothing. I saw the confusion. I saw the way you searched yourself, trying to find what you did wrong, trying to understand the moment everything shifted. The truth is, some exits are not your fault. Some doors close because what was on the other side was never meant to stay in your story. I allowed that closing. I had something better planned, and first I needed to make room. I saw you in that meeting when your idea was dismissed, when the credit was given to someone else, when you were passed over again, and it felt like being invisible in a room full of people. I saw the moment you swallowed your words and smiled, and went back to your desk and sat there wondering how much longer you could keep doing this. That quiet suffering, that daily erosion of your confidence, I witnessed all of it, every single moment. I saw you praying at 3 in the morning when the house was quiet, and you got on your knees because you did not know what else to do. Some of those prayers were barely words. Some of them were just groanings you could not even form into sentences. You pressed your hands together and looked up and asked me with everything you had left, please, just show me a sign. Please let me know you are still there. Please do not let this be the end. I heard every single one of those prayers, every last whispered word, every groaning that had no language, every silent plea that never even made it to your lips but lived somewhere in the ache of your chest. I heard them all, and I counted them, and none of them, not one, went ignored. I am the God who parts the impossible sea. I am the God who opens the tomb when the stone says there is no way forward. I am the God who multiplies what is not enough until everyone around you is satisfied, and there is still more left over than you started with. I am the God who opens doors in rooms where no one holds a key, and I am the God who has not forgotten you, not for a single breath, not for a single second of these hard, weary seasons you have walked through. My love for you is not conditional on your performance. I did not love you when you were doing well and then quietly withdraw when you started struggling. My love is not a fair weather arrangement. It is a covenant. It is a seal. It is something I placed over your life before you drew your first breath, and no amount of failure, no number of mistakes, no pile of broken things can lift it from you. I chose you knowing every chapter of your story. I chose you knowing the seasons that would test you. I chose you knowing this exact moment, this exact pain, this exact place where you find yourself today, and I chose you anyway. You were not a mistake. You were not second best or a runner-up or someone I settled for. You were a deliberate, intentional, carefully crafted decision, and everything I placed inside of you, every gift, every dream, every ounce of compassion and strength and purpose, was put there on purpose. For a purpose. For this purpose, go ahead right now and like this message, but not as a casual click. As you press that button, say this from somewhere real inside of you: Yes, Lord, I receive what you are speaking over my life. I believe you are moving. I believe you are working. I agree with every word spoken here today. That is your amen. That is your signature on the covenant heaven is writing over your story right now. Now I want to talk to you about the delay, about the years of waiting that have worn you thin in places you did not even know existed until the patience started costing more than you thought you had. You have prayed prayers that seemed to go unanswered. You have stood in faith through seasons that gave you nothing visible to stand on. Seasons where trusting me felt like stepping onto water that had not solidified yet. Seasons where every voice around you said it was not going to happen. And sometimes the loudest voice saying that was the one inside your own head. But my child, I need to show you what was actually happening during the silence. There was a war being fought on your behalf in the unseen. The enemy watched what I was building in you. He saw the purpose I had placed inside you, the calling that had your name sealed on it in heaven, the breakthrough already authored, already finished, already on its way. And because what I had planned for your life was too powerful to ignore, he came against it with everything at his disposal. He sent confusion, he sent delay, he sent rejection. He sent discouragement through people close enough to hurt you. He sent fear dressed up as wisdom. He sent doubt dressed up as logic, and you felt all of it without knowing the full picture. You felt the weight of a battle you could not see, and in those moments when nothing made sense, when you had done everything right, and still the door did not open, you blamed yourself. You turned the question inward. You wondered what was wrong with you, why it was happening to everyone else and not to you. Whether you had somehow disqualified yourself from the promise. Today I am setting the record straight. You were not disqualified, you were targeted. Those who carry nothing of value are not attacked. The enemy does not waste resources on what does not matter. He came against you because of what I placed inside you, because of what heaven had already spoken over your name. The attack was confirmation of the calling, not evidence of your failure. And do you know what you did in the middle of all of it, when you could have quit? When the rational thing would have been to walk away and settle for less. You held on. You held on when you were exhausted. You held on when the prayers felt like they were bouncing off the ceiling. You held on in the dark. And that kind of faith, that stubborn, quiet, worn out but still standing faith, is the kind that moves heaven. Type 777 in the comments right now. This is not superstition. This is a prophetic declaration. 7 is the number of completeness, of divine perfection, of the fullness of my work. When you type 777, you are saying to heaven, I believe in the completeness of what God has planned. I believe His perfect work is unfolding. I believe this season of delay is ending. and the season of release is beginning. Type it now. Let it be your agreement with what I am releasing over your life today. I want to speak to you about your body for a moment. Some of you came to this video today carrying something in your physical frame that has become a weight of its own. A diagnosis that arrived like a sentence. Chronic pain that has simply become part of your daily landscape. Fatigue that goes deeper than sleep can touch. Something in your body that has whispered fear into your ear for longer than you want to admit. Right now, as you listen, place your hand on the area that concerns you most. Just lay your hand there gently and hear me. I am the God who formed that body. I know every system, every cell, every network of bone and tissue and breath that holds you together, and I am releasing healing into that body right now. Not someday, right now. As your hand rests there, warmth and healing power are flowing through you. You may feel it as a gentle heat. You may simply feel a peace settle over you that does not make medical sense. That is my presence. That is healing in motion. Speak these words out loud right now, even if your voice shakes. My body is healed. My body is whole. I receive the healing power of Jesus Christ into every part of me right now in Jesus' name. Say it and mean it. Every symptom that is not from me, every sickness that came to derail your purpose, I am commanding it to leave. Your body is responding to the authority of heaven. Watch for the signs in the coming days. You will feel the difference. Now I want to address something that has been living quietly in the back rooms of your heart for a long time. The failure you cannot let go. The version of yourself you became in a season you wish you could erase. The thing you did, or the thing done to you, that left a mark you have been trying to cover ever since. You have told yourself you are not worthy of the promises. You have heard voices telling you the window has closed, that someone like you does not get that kind of grace. You have carried the weight of who you used to be like a stone around your neck, and every time you got close to breakthrough, the shame whispered, "You do not deserve this." I want you to hear me clearly now. Every lie the enemy built from your past, every false wall of condemnation, every ceiling made of regret, I am demolishing it today. My blood is enough. It was always enough. The cross was not a partial solution. It was a complete, total, final declaration of freedom. You are not what you did. You are not the worst season of your life. You are not the broken relationships or the choices that turned into consequences you are still living with. You are my child. You are chosen. You are redeemed. The same grace that covers the first stumble covers the 100th. Because my grace has never been a limited resource that runs out when you need it most. You are forgiven. You are restored. You are not defined by what is behind you. Walk in that freedom now. Because the life I designed for your future cannot be fully entered while you are still living inside the prison of your past. The door is open. Come out. I want you to subscribe to this channel right now and turn on the notification bell. Not for any algorithm, for yourself. I have messages prepared for you, specific words for specific seasons. There will be a morning coming when you wake up, and the discouragement is so heavy you do not know how you will face the day. On that morning, there will be a word waiting for you. A message spoken over your exact situation. Do not let the moments you most need to hear from heaven be the moments you miss it. Subscribe. Turn on the bell. Now I want you to see what is happening right now in the Spirit. This very moment as you listen, angels are moving on your behalf. Not figuratively. Literally, they are dispatched. They are positioned. They are working in the unseen, pushing back what was standing in the way, clearing the path that leads to everything I have prepared for you. The storehouse of heaven is open. Inside that storehouse, your name is written on packages that have been waiting for the right moment, waiting until you were strong enough to carry them, waiting until the ground beneath you was deep enough to hold the weight of what I am releasing. That moment has arrived. The loading has begun. What was sealed and stored is now being prepared for delivery, and it is moving toward you right now. Doors are opening. Right now somewhere, a door that was locked against you is opening from the inside. Someone who had the power to say no is having their heart turned toward yes. A decision moving in the wrong direction is being redirected. An opportunity that looked like it had passed is being circled back around, because my timing does not run on the world's calendar. Chains are breaking. The patterns, the cycles, the invisible walls that kept you spinning in the same small radius. I am breaking them now. Financial chains are snapping. Generational patterns are being interrupted. The poverty of spirit passed down through your family line stops here with you, in this generation, because you are the one I chose to be the turning point. Divine connections are being arranged. Right now, somewhere in this world, people are being moved into position. People who carry what you need. People whose yes changes everything. People who will look at you and immediately recognize what I placed in you, who will not overlook it or underestimate it, who will say, I have been looking for someone exactly like this. Those connections are being arranged at this very moment. You do not have to chase them. You do not have to force them. You just have to be in position when they arrive. Now think for a moment. As you listen, a face is rising in your mind. Someone you love who is also in a season of difficulty. Someone carrying something heavy close to the edge of giving up, who needs to hear exactly what you are hearing right now. Share this message with them. Right now, before the busyness of your day sweeps that prompting away, send it to them with a simple message. God led me to send this to you. Watch it all the way through. This word is for you. When you share what I have given you, something shifts in the spiritual economy. The blessing does not divide when you give it away. It multiplies. Do not ignore that face. Do not talk yourself out of the prompting. Send it now. I need to tell you something about the season you are entering. This next season will not be loud. It will not announce itself with fanfare. What I am doing in your life is deeply personal. It was shaped in quiet, forged in the hidden years, the years that felt like nothing was happening, but something was being built at a depth the surface would never show. And now what begins to emerge from that hidden place will carry a weight and quality that nothing made quickly could ever hold. Do not be discouraged if it starts with small signs. A conversation that opens something you had closed off. A shift in the atmosphere around a situation that has been stuck. These are the first movements of a wave. What begins as a ripple will become something undeniable. Those who once looked at your life and saw lack will begin to see something they cannot explain. Those who placed you in a box labeled lesser will watch as that box is dismantled. Not by your striving to prove them wrong, but by the quiet, unmistakable weight of my favor moving through your life. You will not need to demand respect. You will carry it. You will not need to force open rooms. Rooms will make space for you. This is the kind of promotion that comes from above. And what comes from above has a quality that nothing from below can counterfeit. I am the God who restores. I am the God who takes what was broken and makes it stronger at the broken place. I am the God who redeems the years, who takes what the enemy meant for your destruction and transforms it into the very testimony that sets others free. The years you feel were wasted, I am going to restore. Every single day you spent in the wilderness was counting toward something. It was building in you a depth of compassion that the person who never struggled does not carry. It was building in you a capacity for faith that can only be forged in fire that has no visible exit. Nothing you went through was wasted. Not one broken thing. Not one silent tear. Not one night where the ceiling felt like it had no heaven behind it. I was in every single one of those moments, doing something you could not see. I was preparing you to carry what is coming. And your hands are now ready. I want to speak directly to those of you in the deepest financial pressure right now, to the ones who know exactly how many days are left before the rent is due, and exactly how short they are, to the ones who have looked at the numbers every morning, hoping they will be different, to the ones who have been too proud to ask for help, or who have asked and been turned away. I see you sitting at that table. I see the stack of envelopes. I see the way you breathe differently when a number comes up on your phone that you recognize as someone you owe. I see the quiet calculations you make before every decision. My child, I am the God of provision, not a God who provides just enough to survive while you watch others thrive. I am the God who fed a crowd with a child's lunch and gathered 12 baskets of leftovers when the meal was done. There is no lack in my kingdom, and you are a citizen of my kingdom. What I am releasing over your finances in this season is not a small adjustment. It is a divine repositioning. Unexpected resources are on the way. A person is being positioned to bring opportunity or direct provision that changes the equation entirely. A door is about to open that will make the months ahead look completely different from the months behind you. Prepare your heart to receive it when it arrives. Know that it was me. There is something else I want you to hear before this moment is over. Something that sits at the very center of why I called you here today. Those words, "Please do not disappoint me, my child." I want you to understand what I mean when I say that. Because the enemy will try to twist those words into a threat. He will try to turn them into one more voice, adding pressure to an already heavy load, one more standard confirming his lie that you are already too far behind, already disqualified, already too much of a mess for what I planned. That is not what I am saying when I say please do not disappoint me. I am saying please do not give up on yourself, because I believe in you more than you know. Please do not stop trusting in what I placed inside you. Please do not let the enemy's version of your story become the one you live by, because I have written a different version, and it is full of hope, and it is the true one. Please do not settle for the lesser life when the greater one is still available, still prepared, still waiting with your name on it. I am not a disappointed father standing with crossed arms at a distance. I am a father leaning forward, eyes full of love and complete belief, saying, keep going. I see what is in you. I see what is coming for you. I see the end of this story, and it is beautiful, and I need you to keep walking toward it even when you cannot see what I see. That is the disappointment I want to spare you from. Not falling short of my expectations, falling short of the life I designed for you because fear or discouragement convinced you to stop one step too soon. Keep going, keep trusting, keep standing, because you are closer than you have ever been. And what is coming is worth every single day of what you walked through to get here. The waiting time built your strength. Every season you stood without giving in. Every prayer you sent up without visible return. Every day you chose faith over bitterness and despair. It was all counting. Faithfulness in the hidden place creates a weight of reward that is released in the visible place at exactly the right moment. And that moment is now arriving. Heaven has already spoken over your life. The declaration has been made. The angels have received their orders, and they do not fail. What was sealed and kept has been released. What was blocked has been cleared. What was delayed has been authorized. The signature is on it. The seal is pressed into it. And what carries my seal, nothing in this world or beneath it can stop from reaching its destination. In the coming days, you will feel it in small signs first. A heaviness lifting. A clarity arriving that was not there before. A conversation that opens a door. A sudden shift in the atmosphere around a situation that has been stuck. These are the first movements. Do not dismiss them. They are the leading edge of the wave, and the wave is substantial. Every lie the enemy planted in your mind, every accusation that called you too late, not enough, too broken, too disqualified, I am canceling it right now by the authority of my name. It falls to the ground with no power. You are free from every label that was not written by my hand. Broken things are being healed. Old dreams are returning with sharper focus and clearer direction than they ever had before. New ideas are rising in you, ideas that carry provision and purpose in the same breath. Help is coming from directions you would never have thought to look. Divine connections are materializing. The release has already been ordered. It cannot be stopped. If you believe this word is for you, type yes in the comments right now. If you have been waiting for a sign and this is it, type I receive. Let your agreement create a sound in heaven, because what you declare in faith from your place on earth, I confirm from my throne above. I love you with an everlasting love. That is not a phrase I say casually. It is the foundational truth of everything I have spoken over your life today. Everlasting means it was before the beginning, and it will be after the end. It means it does not waver based on your performance. It means it does not thin out during your hard seasons. It means that right now, in the place where you are, with everything you are carrying, with every scar and every failure and every unanswered question still sitting in the room with you, I love you, completely, fully, without condition. You are not forgotten. You are not overlooked. You are not a burden or a disappointment or a lost cause. You are seen, you are known, you are deeply, personally, specifically cherished. And everything I have spoken into your life today is already in motion, not starting to be in motion. Already moving, already activated, already on its way. Receive it by faith. Walk in it by faith. Open your hands and let what I have prepared find its way into them. And do not, my child, do not disappoint me by stopping now, because you are standing at the beginning of the best season of your life. In Jesus' mighty name, amen.